Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are again here at the Dolder Grand Hotel at this wonderful venue for the Zuri-Invest night. Very warm welcome. First of all, from my side, for those who don't know me, my name is Jochen Staiger. I'm the founder and CEO of Swiss Resource Capital AG. We are resided in Herisau. And also I'm the founder and chief editor of Commodity TV and Rohstoff TV. As you know, I'm moderating this since many, many years, and it's always a big pleasure to see you all, a lot of familiar faces. That is really fantastic. And I see also a lot of smiling faces. Well, I guess gold 3,130. I'm pretty sure you love that as I do. Before we get started, first of all, I want to congratulate Andrew and Patrick Michaels, because maybe you don't know that, but they are celebrating the 45th business birthday of Zuri-Invest. And now the young generation with Patrick is also in charge, which I really like, and it's always fantastic to work with you guys, and it's highly appreciated. Also, very warm welcome here, and thank you very much, Andrew and Patrick, for putting up this twice a year. It's really a fantastic event, and what you have put and brought together here is the who is who of mining. First of all, the quality of the company, but also secondly, the participants here in the audience. That is really top-notch. Thank you very much for that. Our main sponsors of the evening are Agnico Eagle, Alamos Gold, and Triple Flag, but I will introduce them separately, of course, as always. And tonight we have also a lot of industry representatives here from also great companies. And let me introduce them in alphabetical order, please. First of all, and we have this here, sorry, also, good. No, that's not working. No, it is working. Yeah, here we go. Omega Metals, a gold exploration company focused on growing its two properties, Cape Ray Shear Zone and Hermitage, in Newfoundland in Canada. They already have a high-grade shallow mineral resource, and their experienced team is backed by B2 Gold as a strategic investor. Then we have, fantastic silver producer, First Majestic Silver Corp. Thanks, Keith, for selling me the ounces for $30 at PDAC. I loved it. Presently owns and operates 4 producing underground mines in Mexico, as well as a portfolio of development and exploration assets, including the Jerry Canyon Gold Project located in northeastern Nevada in the USA. Then we have First Mining Gold. It is a Canadian gold developer focused on the development of the Springpole Gold Project in northwestern Ontario and the Dupaquet Gold Project in Quebec, 2 of the largest gold projects in Canada. Then we have from the high north here, First Nordic Metals is a Canadian-based gold exploration company consolidating assets in Sweden and Finland to create Europe's next gold camp. Gold Royalty Corp, very well known with David Garofalo. It is a gold-focused royalty company offering creative financing solutions to the metals and mining industry and has a fantastic growth pipeline over the next 5 years. IAM Gold Corp is an intermediate gold producer operating in North America and West Africa with a commitment to accountable and responsible mining through their trademark-protected zero-harm culture. Then we have Kappa Gold. They are exploring their historic 100% owned previous producing Black Hawk gold mine and surrounding areas in Southern California. Marimaca Copper, the flagship asset is the Marimaca Copper Project in Chile's Antofagasta region. It is one of the few greenfield copper discoveries made globally in the last decade and is a low-risk project with substantial exploration potential. MFD Investment Holdings, and I heard the name a lot of times today in my interviews, is a private investment company that focuses on developing quick-to-cash flow mining assets with significant exploration upside. The company aims to generate substantial returns by identifying and advancing high-potential mining projects across diverse geographies and commodities. Then we have Pelancio Exploration. They are committed to advancing projects in the prolific mining regions with a strategic focus on near-term production in Ghana. Royal Gold, of course, also well known, is a leading precious metal streaming and royalty company, owning interests on several of the world's most attractive mines. Then we have Skeena Gold and Silver. They are a leading precious metals developer focused on advancing the SK Creek Gold-Silver project located in the renowned Golden Triangle in British Columbia into production. That will be the next big gold mine here. And last but not least, it starts with a W, Wheaton Precious Metals celebrated last year its 20th anniversary and is the largest gold and silver streaming and royalty company by market cap with a projected long-term growth of 40%. Very warm welcome to all of you. So, well, as you know, we want to give you also some insight here. This is our timetable. Be sure we kill the timetable, that's also for sure. But at the end, we will have some buzzes, as you know that. So I think, go over that. And let's start with that. This is not a game. This is point and figure charts. And you know me, I do this since 43 years. I know I look younger, but this is something what I told you in April 2024. By the way, the monitor down there is not working, Gunnar. The monitor down there, I don't see anything there. This I showed you in 2024, my chart analysis, and I think I was quite right because I said targets 2,430, 2,550, and we will see that latestly within the next 12 months. So then we were here in November. It looks much different. As you see, already we were at $2,750, and I said, next price target, 3,000, 3,950, and 6,050. Don't worry about, you will see that. So, here we are today. This is the actual chart. I know we are already at 3,130, but to be honest, the gold price is rising that fast that I cannot draw that fast those charts, yeah? But what you really see here is those are two very interesting formations, and the price targets here are now 3,050 for 2025. I think we might have that already by summer, but also 3,900 latest by 2026. And as I love to do those point and figure charts because this is trend following. Yeah? And if I take even a chart 50, 60 years long, I have drawn like 20 years ago, I said already gold could be at 8,400. This was what was my chart already telling me. So I did that out of that large formation we are seeing here, and that is definitely a wonderful bull market. And here we go. 9,250, I think by 2032, 2035. I try to stay conservative here with the time frame. It could go faster, but this is definitely my target. And as you know, a lot of people already asked me and said, oh, Jochen, thank God you wear the green pants. We were already in panic, yeah? And I found it interesting because one guy said to me, Jochen, I hope you wash from time to time the pants. I can assure you, first, I do it. Secondly, I have 5 green pants. And to make sure we are always in line, yeah? So the thing is, the 9,250, I thought I'm quite progressive, but to be honest, this is what my colleagues in the US see. This is a over 50-year-long chart done in 8 years sections. Yeah, and I tell you, those guys are really good. Yeah? And you see the 8-year cycle theory here. Oops, 10,600 to 12,000, and they say it already by 2030 to 2032. So that is really interesting. And to be honest, if I look at the speed of the debt orgy we see in the world, and you may have followed this little large canton in the north called Germany, you maybe saw they had elections and the guy being chancellor 48 hours killed all his promises and said, we're going to do $1 trillion debt. Who cares? I care. You know why? Because I think that trillion, that could kill the euro and could kill the Euroland. And to my view, because I'm a macroeconomist also, I have the feeling, to be honest, that when the anchor state in Europe gets in trouble with debt, the bond markets will play that game really hard. And it will be the same in the US. And we did some calculations also about the US. We did some calculations about the 10-year yield and the 20-year yield, and we think 6%, 7% yield, and it's game over. And my feeling is we are seeing now all those professionals who are really deep in the market, they are buying gold like crazy. And yesterday I did an interview with a client of us, and he said to me, Jochen, you wouldn't believe it, I was in Paris last week with the family and then in Tuscany because we had vacations. I was driving through Paris and we saw all of a sudden 100 people in front of a store. We thought it's LVMH, Hermes or something, must be a big event. You know what it was? It was mostly people from the Middle East, bodyguards, police, everything. 100 people in front of the shop, and you know what they were selling? Gold and silver bars. Interesting, huh? That's really interesting. And so the gold is changing hands. The gold is changing hands to the Middle East. It's changing hands to the Asian countries. And since the Ukrainian war, of course, most of the national banks in the world woke up and saw how fast $400 billion of reserve currency could diminish by just one press of a button with the Fed. And now they are buying that stuff. And it's getting even more interesting with silver, the little brother. Yeah? I heard two contrarian opinions today during my interviews we did for Patrick. It was really interesting. I think the world does not understand by now that silver is a real industrial metal. It is used, and that is the major difference. The investment demand is one thing, but to be honest, we expect for this year an industrial demand of 750 to approximately 800 million ounces. You know what the expected mine production is this year? 840 million ounces. So what do we do with the rest? Who gets the silver? Who wants to invest? Which ETF gets the silver? Which exchange-traded product? Which jewelry company gets the silver? We don't know. So from that perspective, sorry, I have to go one back, I think the breakout will be 36, maybe 38, but we had the breakout already. And for me, it's a matter of days, maybe weeks, that this is really moving fast. And I'll show you that in a second. So my prediction is for this year, silver, $62 latest next year. But I can imagine that we see it this year. If we see a kind of a squeeze, if you want to name it like that, I hate the word. But if we see, let's say, a run on silver, it could be, according to my chart, and it's only technical, and you know charts never lie, 114. That's what my chart is telling me. And this is what my US friends telling me. We have the same situation like 2003. Actually, in 2004, I bought my first physical silver. I think something around $5 or $6. Nobody wanted it. I loved the shine of the coins, and I thought, maybe not too bad. If there is a crisis, I get still some food for my family, if needed. And if not, hopefully there's no crisis, I can put it into the inheritance. No problem at all. So my little grandson will love that. But the thing is, we have exactly the same formations, exactly the same technical setup, and my friends are already for $70 in. So from that side, that looks good. But what I wanted to show you, and when I saw that chart, I was like shocked. Those are the swap dealers, mostly bullion banks. They are short 223 million ounces. If somebody can explain me how this would be covered of the audience, I pay a vacation in the Mauritius, honestly. I knew that. Okay. It's a bit windy and a lot of waves, that's right. No, but really, this is one part of the puzzle which is totally crazy. And as said, this is something which we haven't had for a long, long time. And I have no idea how they want to cover it. And of course, another month of massive gold shipments out of Switzerland to the US because they know they need to cover also their stuff. This is gold now. So I think things are moving very fast. We see that in the markets, and not easy. And I love this chart. You get that from the LBMA directly. If you type in LBMA walls, you get that, yeah, because this is nothing what I draw by myself. I don't do that. Those are all facts. Only 722 million ounces of silver are left in the LBMA, and a little bit 272 million ounces of gold. But what you should need to know is 75 to 80% belong to ETFs. No delivery. You cannot use that for the market. Impossible. Yeah? So from that side also, the walls are going down. If you go up here, we talk about 1.2 billion ounces if you go backwards, and that is really crazy. Mr. Trump, you can think about him what you want. I think for mining, he's fantastic, to be honest. Yeah? Because he signed an executive order for uranium, copper, potash, and gold. I think the only thing which is missing is silver, to be honest, because this is what they really need for the defense goods. But he also signed an executive order last week, I think, that's what I learned today in the interview, for mining, that the permitting has to go much, much faster. So what they are doing now is they stimulate in the US the mining. They know that they need the metals because otherwise they have a problem through their import taxes they are putting on, yeah, or their tariffs. And so from that perspective, that is really fantastic because it means mining is now taken really serious. And I found that also really interesting. Utah has invested $60 million into gold bars. I like that. That's fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to see because this is really a start of the bull market. So in that sense, make sure you are heavily loaded with gold and silver, with good mining stocks. Yeah, that's really something what will protect your wealth, especially with gold and silver. If you think about gold, it's not an investment, definitely not. It's nothing which has to do, oh, I want to make money quickly, it's also cool, I get a dividend. No, you will not. But you preserve your purchasing power. And you preserve your purchasing power not only for 10 years. In 1910, what have you bought for 1 ounce of gold? It was a suit which was tailor-made. What are you doing 2025? You get also a suit tailor-made. And you know what you got 2,000 years ago in the Roman Empire? A very nice toga for 1 ounce of gold. It's the same thing. We talk about that little thing, that size, but it preserved your buying power. You know what the US dollar buying power is from 1910 to today? 2 cents. Congratulations when you hold paper money. Yeah? It makes no sense, it's not working. And for that reason, we love gold, and my little friend Katie here is doing the exercises with 2 kilo gold bars, which is perfect, yeah? By the way, the little lady is now double the size, by the way. I heard already from the mother that she's doing that now with 10 kilograms. And so she stays fit, grows up, and you hopefully stay also fit with gold. Enjoy the evening. Thank you very much.